Okay. So hello everyone, myself Asha Rathod. I'm deal with the topic difference between academic writing and non-academic writing. These are my academic information. The hypothesis: academic writing and non-academic writing differ fundamentally in their purpose, structures, tone, and audience. While academic writing prioritize objective, evidence-based argument and formal language to contribute to scholarly discourse, non-academic writing embrace a more flexible, subjective, and engaging style tailored to a general audience. These distinctions influence how information is conveyed, the degree of critical analysis involved, and the expectation of clarity, credibility, and logical coherence in both forms. Research question is that how do the structural, stylish, and rhetoric difference between academic and non-academic writing impact the way knowledge is constructed, communicated, and received across various fields of discourse? Basically, what is a writing process? Did you know what writing shape the way we think? The writing process is a way that processing that it's not about that putting words on the paper, but it's a powerful tool for communication and knowledge preservation. And Florian Kalmes argued that writing is the most consequent technology ever invented, inability humanity to store and transmit knowledge across generation. Writing is not just a way to record speech, and it has its own structure and logic, but influencing how we perceive and organize the language. What is academic writing? That academic writing is a formalized system of communication that adheres to structured conversation within different disciplines. The evolution of academic writing has been influenced by philosophical discourse and historical development, and the institutionalization of research. And academic journals include essay, research papers, dissertation, treatise, and general articles, each with a distinct function and expectation. Philosophical writing, like as Derrida and Rotary, exploring that how writing constructed knowledge, and peer review standardizes formatting, and scholarly discourse contribute the credibility and authority of academic writing. Challenges in academic writing include the use of complex jargon and maintaining clarity and engaging critical with exciting literature. uh, writing is like a writing style used by that people that in academic writing that used by scholar and researchers and professionally that. And this is a type of target reader who attend or work in school and college and university or research institute, such as a student, professor, and research. And writing is one of the first skills that students learn from a school. And writing is the major mode of communication, is a goal to present ideas clearly so that others can learn from and build on them. So importance of good academic writing. So for the good academic writing, the writers can focus on the tone, that how we use the tone and punctuation, and the language, that it is hard on easier, and academic convention, and evidence based argument, and complexity, and higher order thinking. Example of academic writing that academic writing for research paper, like argumentative essays, literature review, critical analysis, case studies, report writing, stronger thesis statement that improve logically professional and topic relationship, and added cohesive devices. And other side, what is non-academic writing? That non-academic writing is instead for general audience rather than scholar and researchers. It's often more subjective and impressional and personal in nature. Here, non-academic writing is used for general people and making by emotional and don't use any citation and uh, research. And unlike academic writing and academic non-academic writing does not require extensive research and citation and references. And the structure of a non-academic writing is more flexible compared to academic writing, because it does not follow a radius format and using like is putting on personal opinion in that. And this is something creative writing. And non academic writing is less formal and often include humor, like figurative language and emotion appeals. We can see that fictional books that is non-academic writing. For the example, that we can see that newspaper, magazine, and blog spot and social media content and personal essay, memoirs and fiction and poetry and advertising and marketing copy. These are the example of non-academic writing. So, what is the difference between academic writing and non-academic writing? So, both are differ mainly purpose, tone, structure, and audience. So, as academic writing is a formal and structure based and research based, like uh, structure like first introduction, then background, methodology, and conclusion. Like these are the academic writing structure used by. And in that using of citation and references are casual to support claims, making the writing evidence based. As we seen example of research paper, dissertation, and journal article. And non-academic writing is informal and personal. It's not followed any. It does not require a strict structure and citation. And writers use colloquial language and personal opinion and figurative express in this non-academic writing, like blogspot, newspaper article, and creative writing. So the key difference is that academic writing is meant for scholar and professional, and non-academic writing is for general readers. Here are the chart of that mainly focus on readers, that academic writing for academics, that for using of academic writing, and non-academic writing readers as family and friends. And content, academic writing use of serious thought, and non-academic writing in context that we can see that conversation. And as we see that style, that complex sentence is using of academic writing, and non-academic writing is mostly simple and not is joined by conjunction, that. And like conjunction like that, such as, and, or, but. These are the conjunction used in the, non-academic writing. And academic writing organized by clear and well planned, because of using of citation. And non-academic writing is not as clear as organized, less likely that. And academic writing in vocabulary, that technique, and academic language use accuracy. And non-academic writing is use of short form, idioms, and slang. So, in conclusion, that academic writing is a formal and structured and research based, and non-academic writing is informal, flexible, and personal ended. And it's follows the strict rule, including citation and logical argument. Whether non-academic writing is expressive, engaging, and does not require any citation. So both styles serve different purpose. That academic writing is for knowledge advancement, and non-academic writing are creating on public communication. Here are my learning outcome, that how we understand the writing style. That I learned key different of both of that different, that academic and non-academic writing, that including their structure, tone, and purpose. And importance of audience awareness, how audience see that realize realize that choosing the right writing style depend on the target audiences, that how the way we use that for what for whom we write, that for the scholar or the researcher or for the general people. And clarity and structure in writing, that academic writing follows structure, and like non-academic writing does not. And the research evidence based on writing, that academic writing requires strong research citation, and but whether non-academic writing doesn't need. And is application real life, that I know understand when to use each writing style, that whether or academic or for the academic we use research and that, and non-academic for the like a blogger and uh, uh, fiction. So these are my references. Then thank you. Now you can ask question.
Asha, my question is, how does the flexibility of non-academic writing impact the reliability academic compared to the structured evidence based on nature of nature of academic writing?
As we know that non-academic writing is more flexible and creative. So non-academic writing doesn't need any citation and references. So it's also does not need a structure also, and it's for the general. It is for the general people. So we cannot rely on the non-academic writing, and as we see that on other hand, that academic writing is use of citation and references. So it's using of complex writing style, that we can we can may rely on them. So that's from my.
Asha, how does the intended audience influence the style and the language of academic and non-academic writing?
In academic writing, the use of language is hard because of using of citation, and non-academic writing is more easy than academic writing, because it's for in using like making like emotion, that people can easily read it, and it's and it is not hard, that both are we can see that academic writing is for the scholars and research, and it's a way that for whom we see the write that writing, that say, and see that. Yes.
Hello everyone, myself Divya Chadha, and last day of our presentation on research methodology, I'm going to deal with the academic integrity in the education, especially understanding and addressing of plagiarism. These are my personal information, and these are the point which I discussed today. Now the research question, while we deal with the plagiarism, how do the institutional policies and technological tools impact the prevention of the plagiarism in the higher education? And the hypothesis deals that the strict enforcement of academic integrity or policy combined with the advancement and plagiarism detection in the technology and significantly reduce the of the plagiarism among the university students and the higher education. Now, the introduction. As academic integrity is a fundamental principle in the educations, emphasizing on this honesty, originality, and ethical conduct in scholarly work, especially on the general or research. Plagiarism is a serious violence also, which deals in the integrity or occurs when the individual persons or present someone else's idea or thought, words, or works as their own own without proper attribution or regarding the credit. Plagiarism is manifest in the various forms, including direct copyright, paraphrasing without citation, self plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism is a type of plagiarism which reflect that you are uh, stealing someone's idea or thought without attribution or to credit without the to attribute without the source. And inaccurate citation. The rise of digital resources has made plagiarism more accessible. Academic institutions play a crucial role in fostering the culture of this integrity by the implementation of the policy using in the education or especially on the plagiarism. Plagiarism detection tools and educating students on ethical research practice on the contemporary time to use of the AI, which depicts the idea that how plagiarism accessible on the various stages. Now, what is academic integrity? As while we discuss about the plagiarism, and academic integrity is known as moral code or ethical policy, which reflects the expectation that teachers, students, and researchers, all members of the academic communities, act with the honesty, trust, fairness, and respect and responsibility. And as academic integrity allows students and research scholars that freedom to have their new ideas or critical thinking, knowledge, and creative works while respecting and acknowledging their work of the others. Academic integrity is a set of values generally expected by the society regarding whatever we do, and everyone should practice ethically. When we fail to provide such kind of the acknowledge, and it's called as a plagiarism. Now, the importance of academic integrity in the educations, which reflect, as I earlier mentioned, that honesty, trust, respect, and responsibility, fair treatments. Now, what is plagiarism? The word plagiarism comes from the Latin word plagiaris, known as a kidnapper or hackers, which hacks someone's information or critical thinking without attribution or credit of someone's idea. The plagiarize means to commit literary theft or intellectual theft and to present as a new and original idea or a product which derive from the another source or existing source. Plagiarism involves two kinds of wrong things which happens during the plagiarism: to use another person's idea, information, and expression without acknowledging the person, and passing of another person's idea, information, or expression as your own, and for the better grade. As MLA handbook reflect that plagiarism as intellectual theft. Now, the types of plagiarism: self-plagiarism, which reflect the reusing one's own previous work without citation, leading to duplication. Self-plagiarism, which reflect that while you publish any research paper or journal, and while you doing work with the another, and you another stage is to reflect your ideas or critical perspective, and you use your that's work in this work. Manipulate plagiarism, which reflect the idea, data, or opinion, which presenting as a original. And ideal plagiarism, which reflect the stealing unpublished work from another private collection and making it difficult to prove. Type of plagiarism that authors fight plagiarism, which reflect the authorship, which leading the duplicate submission out of revenge or disputes. Translated plagiarism, which reflect the published work and into another language and claiming its original. Whole work plagiarism, which reflect that how the entire work seen as a student's submission or their own work. Now this chart reflect that types of plagiarism experienced by respondents or various respondents, which reflect that how the plagiarism or the use of plagiarism by reflect in the within the section of use of this idea, that this kind of types, as I may mention the types, and there is lots of types regarding plagiarism, and which detect the idea of that how plagiarism used in this respondent types and various respondent types. Forms of the plagiarism, as in the MLA book, where is mentioned that there is three types of plagiarism, and where we find in the chart that 75% on the forms of the plagiarism, which present that how use the paraphrasing idea of the paraphrasing. Impacts and consequences of plagiarism, which reflect on the field of the students, educators, and institutions, and which reflect that how plagiarism if include as a negative consequences of plagiarism, that as a student use in the to damage learning or on the any stage while we working on the phrase of students, and as on the career implication as an educator to lose or lose trust and impact on their reputation or glory, and on these institutional works that reflect that how they damage their reputation or loss of the credibility. Now, while you work on the plagiarism, how you are plagiarized if you are took notes that did not distinguish the summary and paraphrase from quotation and then presented from as your own. And while on the work on the AI, you browsing the web, copied the text and pasted it, and repeated or paraphrased someone word without acknowledging them, took someone's unique or particular apt phrase without acknowledging, and paraphrase someone's argument or present someone's line or quotations without acknowledge. You can avoid plagiarism by use the make a list of writers and viewpoints, your discovers and arguments which you are cover in your works or research. Keep the following three categories as reflect that your ideas, your summarize, or your material to reflect as a word in your copy. Identify the source of all material as you borrow on the wording, paraphrase idea or argument and facts. Check with your instructor when you are uncertain about your use of the source, where your source are coming or where the credit you are look about on the your research. Now the role of educational institution in preventing plagiarism, that awareness of programs which reflect that how institutions conduct workshops, seminars, and mandatory course regarding the plagiarism, as we are the student of MA and we are know about the all kind of things. And academic ethics and plagiarism prevention, academic writing training, which reflect that how programs or as we are deal with the seminars on the publishing papers, which reflect that how teach citation techniques and refreshing copyright law. It reflect that how intellectual properties rights to promote a proper or research practice. Curriculum integration is reflect that how education is embedded research ethics course and academic integrity. Faculty involvement, as we deal on our dissertation phrase, and we find that how the involvement of a faculty which deals our phrase of this research on the dissertation. Professor act as a role of model and facilitator, guiding student in the writing of the research practice. Policy implementation, institutions enforce strict plagiarism policy and provide tools like plagiarism detection software to upload academic honesty. As a policy implementation, while we deal in the implementation of the policy, which reflect that in some area there is a various policy which we are the follow, we are also in the follow, but there are some or lots of institutions which reflect that there are no any kind of policy to follow this kind of thing. Continuous improvement, which reflect that how regular updates and a training by the faculty members, it reflect that effectiveness of the plagiarism, which prevents the strategy of our working on the research. Now, while we discuss on the plagiarism on contemporary time, we not forget to deal with the technology and use of AI and AI machine to learning on the plagiarism. That how detect the AI learning for advanced plagiarism and detection tools like Grammarly. Turnitin is tools which reflect while you are working on the any research and which depict that idea that you are plagiarize something and the unoriginal source you are depict somewhere, and this reflect that how you where or where side you are depict the source. Blockchain technology which reflect that records of authorship, preventing unauthorized or modification and protecting intellectual property. Digital forensic tools which reflect that Plex can analyze metadata to trace document origin and detect technology document tampering. Plex can is tools which scan your data of plagiarism and reflect that how unoriginal source or paraphrasing word you are using your research. Citation management software is reflect that how EndNote and Zotero, these two tools are used to students as we are using the chatbots like ChatGPT, Gemini, and which reflect properly cite sources, which used to cite source properly and reducing the unintentional plagiarism. Gamified learning, which as we deal in the Kahoot platform, which interactive that methods to engage students and teach academic integrity in enjoyable way. While we are dealing in the Kahoot quiz, how we are excited. While we first deal on the Kahoot quiz or Mentimeter, while we are not aware about this, and while after the we are in semester 4, we are how interesting about the Kahoot quiz. Peer review and collaboration platform which reflect that how Google Workspace and Microsoft encourage a student or researcher while you are working on the institutional phrase, which reflect that how the temptation of plagiarism. Now, the conclusion as academic integrity is essential for maintaining honesty and originality in education. Plagiarism is undermines these values that, but in institutions can combat in through strict policy, awareness, and programs and technology like AI-powered education tools. While student are educating and students on ethical research and citation practice is key to fostering a culture or integrity. By combining education, enforcement, and technology, academic institutions can effectively upload honesty and scholarly work also. Now, my learning outcomes is that analyzing the consequences of plagiarism and learn strategy to avoid plagiarism. Explore the role of educational institutions while I'm deal with the educational integrity, which reflect that how the somewhere the universities or most of universities which reflect that universities are deal with this research general or publishing of articles and how they use their idea or attribution and somewhere the idea that there were no one is that aware about this kind of thing about plagiarism and academic integrity. Develop ethical research skill on the work on the various stages. These are my resources, and thank you. Now, anyone have question? Feel free to ask.
So Divya, my question is that how do policies on academic integrity vary across different universities?
Okay, the policies on academic integrity is across different universities. As we are depict the idea of our university and another university, which somewhere some places are follow the strict rules regarding the all kind of thing, and somewhere the space or place or which depict the idea that there are no any kind of restriction regarding the this kind of plagiarism and academic integrity. Now, anyone else?
So, Divya, what are some ethical considerations when paraphrasing another author's work?
Okay. While paraphrasing another author's work, especially on the ethical considerations, which reflect that while you depict or stealing someone's idea. As paraphrasing is also called a plagiarism to use in your any kind of work. But while you regard on the ethical consideration which reflect that accuracy, or while you use someone's idea on acknowledge someone or their idea without attribution of them. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Hemali Parma. Today I am going to give presentation on academic writing in research, problem definition, skill development and pedagogical approaches. Here is my personal information. My research question is how do problem definition, skill development and pedagogical approaches influence the effectiveness of academic writing in research, and my hypothesis is a well-defined research problem, strong writing skill development and effective pedagogical approaches significantly enhance the clarity, coherence and overall quality of academic writing in research. Introduction. Academic writing is different from any other writing. Academic writing is a crucial aspect of research, enabling scholars to communicate their ideas effectively and engage in meaningful discourse. Defining a research problem shapes the clarity and direction of writing, while skill development depends on factors like linguistic proficiency, confidence, and familiarity with academic conventions. Pedagogical approaches such as content based instruction integrate writing within subject disciplines to enhance learning. Understanding these elements helps in refining writing proficiency, fostering critical thinking, and ensuring that academic work meets disciplinary standards. Problem definition in academic writing. First one is understanding problem definition. According to McDonald, defining a research problem is central to academic writing, shaping how research questions are framed and analyzed. Different academic disciplines approach problem definition differently. Scientific research focuses on empirical problem solving, while humanities engage in interpretive analysis. Importance of problem definition. A well-defined research problem provides a clear focus for academic writing, a foundation for argumentation, and a structured approach to research. Challenges in defining a problem. McDonald notes that students often struggle with definition due to lack of exposure to academic discourse, difficulty in identifying research gaps, uncertainty in framing their arguments. Development of academic writing skills. First one is factor influencing skill development. Patrick explores how students' attitudes towards writing influence their academic writing skill. Motivation and confidence play a significant role in this. Students with a positive mindset tend to develop stronger writing skills. Academic writing requires mastery of linguistic proficiency like grammar, vocabulary, syntax, disciplinary conventions like citation, argumentation, structure, and critical thinking skills like analysis, synthesis, evaluation. Common challenges in academic writing. Patrick identifies key difficulties students face, in which lack of confidence in their writing abilities, difficulty in structuring arguments coherently, limited familiarity with academic conventions, language barriers for non-native speakers. Pedagogical approaches to teaching academic writing. Content based instruction (CBI) as a teaching method. She advocates for content based approaches to teaching academic writing. CBI integrates subject matter with language instruction, allowing students to develop writing skills in their specific academic discipline. Types of content based instruction. She categorizes CBI into three types. First one is theme based courses, in which writing is centered around a specific topic. Second one is sheltered instruction, in which language supports in integrated into disciplinary courses. Third one is English for specific purpose, ESP, Writing instruction is tailored for particularly field, for example, medical, legal, scientific writing. Effectiveness of content-based instruction. She argues that CBI helps students for developing writing skills relevant to their field of study, improve critical thinking through discipline-specific content, gain familiarity with academic discourse in their subject area, strategies to improve academic writing, encouraging active engagement. Patrick suggests that students engage in reading and writing exercises that challenge them to think critically, mentorship and feedback. McDonald emphasizes the role of peer review and instructor feedback in refining writing skills. Disciplinary integration. She recommends integrating instruction within subject based courses rather than teaching writing as an isolated skill. Conclusion. Academic writing is a fundamental skill in research, shaping how scholars define problems, develop arguments, and engage with academic discourse. A well defined research problem provides clarity and direction, ensuring a structured approach to writing. Skill development influenced by linguistic proficiency, critical thinking, and familiarity with academic conventions plays a crucial role in enhancing writing quality. Pedagogical approaches like content based instruction integrate writing within subject disciplines, making learning more effective and contextually relevant. By addressing these aspects, students can refine their writing abilities, overcome common challenges, and contribute meaningfully to their academic fields. My learning outcome. Throughout the presentation, I gain a comprehensive understanding of how problem definition shapes academic writing and research quality. It also developed the ability to analyze and apply skill development strategies to improve academic writing proficiency. Also, learn to evaluate and implement pedagogical approaches such as content-based instruction for effective writing instruction. These are my references. Thank you. If anyone has question, feel free to ask.
Hemali, my question is that how do different disciplines are define the research problems?
In science, research problems are based on data and experiment, while in humanities like English literature, research problems are focuses on interpretation, themes, and theories. This is how different disciplines define research problems.
So Emily, my question is that why is the problem definition important in academic writing?
Problem definition is important in academic writing because it helps make research clear and focused. And without a well-defined problem, academic writing can be confusing. Thank you.
So in the previous two presentations, first and second, Asha's presentation, you have cited previous students' presentation slide. And the same way, even Divya has also put that. But don't forget the first rule. First rule, you have to cite from the quality resource, not from students or teaching material only. No, that is not research material. Teaching material is not. So teachers' blogs or other thing, unless there is something new in that, then only you have to cite that. Otherwise, the ideas which are originally published. So by citing that, you are compromising on quality. Are you getting the point? So while following one rule, or you are forgetting the fundamental rule. The fundamental rule is quality work. Why we share gesture article, why honors we told you to refer to, so that you go to the quality articles which are published in quality journals. If you fail to do that, then it's a huge problem. If you get a genuine idea from somebody's presentation, then you have to cite. But those ideas are not very genuine, that are found at so many places. They are very generic kind of thing. It is not unique of that presentation which you are citing. Like in both the cases, the resource that you have cited of previous students, it is not very unique that it was their work. Then it is fine. Today, for example, Yashraj presented on survey result. So that is his work. He did a survey and he presented. Now, if you are citing that survey, then you have to cite that presentation, because that is his work. Now, if he has used somebody's article and you are citing him, it is useless. Why we told you earlier that don't cite Wikipedia? You can take an entry from Wikipedia, then you go to at the bottom resources. You go to the resources, read original resource and cite original resource. So that is, you are forgetting that then. In doing this, in citing the thing, you are forgetting the fundamental of finding a quality research. Yes, you can start.
Hello everyone, myself Jatin Uru. Today I am going to present a presentation on what is plagiarism and its types, consequences, and how to avoid it in academic work. Hypothesis of my presentation and research question of my presentation is table of content. Let's get an introduction about what is the plagiarism. Plagiarism is more than just a copying. It's taking someone else's ideas or words and claiming them as your own. Words like copying and borrowing might make a sound less serious, but in a reality, plagiarism is a form of intellectual theft. Let's get the historical background of the word definition. It is the act of using someone else's words, ideas, or work without giving a proper credit. Historical background of the word is, in ancient time, copying text was common because originality was not emphasized. During the Renaissance, individual creativity became important and plagiarism was seen as a wrong. In 1709, the first copyright law was introduced in England to protect authors' right. In modern days, directly copying text without a citation, paraphrasing someone's work without a credit, reusing one's own previous work without the acknowledgement of self-plagiarism. In Stolen Words of Forest into the Origin and Revenge of Plagiarism, in this book, Thomas Mellon wrote about the mention of Ben Jonson, who introduced the words in first time in Elizabethan age. A definition of plagiarism, according to Cambridge University, plagiarism means the process or practice or using another person's idea or work and pretending that it's your own. What is a plagiarism? Plagiarism is wrong. Plagiarism is wrong in two ways. The first, it is like stealing when someone use another person's idea, information, or words without giving a credit to the original author. And in the second, it is a form of cheating when someone pretend another person's work in their own to get better grade or others benefit. Sometimes plagiarism is seen as an ethical or moral mistake rather than a legal, and because not all cases break copyright law. A type of plagiarism: intentionally or unintentionally, mosaic or page writing, self-plagiarism, and ghost writing. In the previous presentation, you already got the idea about all these type of the presentation. Let's discuss it in a brief. Intentionally or unintentionally. If someone intentionally take information of others' work and represent information, it's their own work, then it's considered as a part of intentional plagiarism. And unintentionally, when someone by mistakenly take another's work and mistakenly cite to the, and he forgot to by mistake the cite the author of the original work, then it's considered as the unintentionally plagiarism. Mosaic and page writing. Mosaic and page writing plagiarism happens when someone takes the text from existing article and change words or paraphrase to make it look a different without giving credit to the original author. Self plagiarism, when you already wrote one article and is existence, and if you represent it in a newer manner without cite your old work in the end of the present, in the end of your work, then it's considered as a self plagiarism. Ghost writing plagiarism happens when the real writer is not given a credit, or when someone who did not help is listened at the as the author. This is unfair and dishonest because it hides who actually did the work. Giving a credit to the right people keeps the writing honest. Reason of plagiarism: lack of knowledge about the plagiarism. If someone sometimes it happen when someone was not able to understand what is a plagiarism, then by mistakenly it's taken the information from another works and he represent it's in the newer manner, or it's their own work. Accidentally copying a work, forgetting to cite the source, desire to excel among the press, a false belief that no one will catch them. I think it is a main, or we consider it is a main reason about the plagiarism. If someone stay in the false belief about that like no one will catch them as the original author, no interest in academic work and just taking it as an assignment, using shortcut in form of the self plagiarism. How to avoid the plagiarism: use your own words, paraphrase properly. If you take information some others work, then you want to mention it in your work, then paraphrase it properly. For that, you can use the various AI chat box. Cite your source correctly. Use quotation mark for direct quotes. In this case, we find that when you use a quote from the novel or from the other works, then if it is not in quotation mark, then you might be face the plagiarism in your work. Check what is common knowledge. Use plagiarism detective tools. Cite your own work to avoid the self plagiarism. Plan your works to avoid the last minute copyright. Follow university and institutes guidelines. As Divya mentioned in her presentation, in university arrange some workshop and spread the awareness about the plagiarism. Then might be some students are aware about it and they avoid to do plagiarism. Guideline for avoiding a plagiarism: creativity is key to making your work stand out, and new ideas grow from reading and studying, which helps in personal growth and improves the way you look at future research. First is always give a credit to those who contribute to your work. If you use someone else's work, make sure you put them in quotation mark and cite the source. When summarizing someone else's ideas, make sure that original meaning stay the same. If you are unsure whether the fact well known, always check the source. Take notes before starting your work and make sure to write down reference rather than copying directly from others. Reference of my presentation. For that I was used the Hetal Pathak's our senior's presentation to get the brief idea about it. That's why I cite her in resource. And thank you. If you have any question, then feel free to ask.
Jatin, my question is that do you believe all instances of plagiarism should be punished equally, or should there be any different levels of consequences based on the intent that you reflect in your presentation?
No, I think all instances of plagiarism should be not punished in equal manner, because when we talk about the intentionally plagiarism and unintentionally plagiarism, then in a case of intentionally plagiarism, authors are a writer are aware about the consequences of the plagiarism, and in unintentionally plagiarism, writer might be mistakenly forget to cite the source of original author, that and therefore is not therefore it should not treat as the same way of the both the type of plagiarism.
So, Jatin, in your opinion, is self-plagiarism as serious as other forms of plagiarism? Why or why not?
Self-plagiarism is not a serious in for my opinion, because when you use your older work and then you cite it properly in the end of the your work and in resource, then might be it avoid to in a self-plagiarism condition. So thank you everyone.
Hello, myself Marunia. Today, my presentation topic is the backbone of research, understanding and complying bibliography. This is my personal information table of content. My presentation hypothesis is a well-structured and properly complied bibliography significantly enhance the quality of research by ensuring credibility, preventing plagiarism, and providing a strong foundation for academic writing. The use of bibliography management tools further simplifies the process, making research more efficient and organized. My research question for presentation: how does a well-structured bibliography enhance the credibility and quality of research? Introduction. Definition of bibliography. The term bibliography originates from the Greek words biblio, that means is a book, and graphin means to write. In say simple form, a bibliography, a list of books, article, and other sources used or recommended in research study. Different scholars define bibliography in various ways. Oxford English Dictionary: a bibliography is a list of books by a particular author, printer, or country, or those dealing with any particular thing. ALA Glossary of Library and Information Science. It defines a bibliography as a list of works, document, or bibliographic items often related by a common subject, author, or location of publication. S.R. Ranganathan, he described a bibliography as a list of documents of compliant for study or research purposes. Evaluation of bibliography. In 17th century, ancient origin list of write on bibliography and clay tablet in Assyrian and Greek civilization. Alexandrian library maintained subject list. Before printing, bibliography meant copying books. Change in meaning post 1763. Before 1763, copying book. After 1763, writing about book. Key development in 5045, Conrad Gessner talk about first bibliography. In 16th century, trade catalogs about Frankfurt and Leipzig book fairs. In 1790, Michael Maitre annals trypophobia about private collection. In 1763, G.A. Burre bibliography instructive talk about critical analysis in 1908 British Museum. First talk about descriptive bibliography. Types of bibliography. Descriptive bibliography focus on the physical and material aspect of text, such as paper quality, typeface, binding, printing errors, and the variation between edition. Used in the textual criticism and book history to analyze of the production and distribution of books. In a numerative bibliography, organize and list reference in the systemic way. Example in use of citations MLA, APA, and Chicago. Common in the academic research where source are the arranged alphabetically or thematically. Subject bibliography focus on specific discipline, field, or theme such as African literature, post-colonial study, or feminist criticism. Helps is a scholar find special literature in area of interest. Working bibliography. Bibliography is a primary list of sources. Your collectors collecting citation. This working bibliography purpose of tracks, organize, and evaluate potential references. Working bibliography used in research, manage source, aids in evaluating relevant material, form of the basis from of final bibliography. There are these are example of MLA format, working bibliography, and annotated bibliography definition of annotated bibliography with the summarized evaluation or comments for each source. Also, this bibliography to relevance or quality and contribution of each source to the research. This bibliography helps in organize and access, also in literature review and source selection, and provide critical insight into source. Step of compiling bibliography. First, identity source. Identify source. You are collecting first all citation. Identify each source reliable or not. Record bibliographic information in citation. Author to publication date are you are record bibliographic information. Organize entry. Arrange source systematically based on alphabetical order, chronological order, or thematic categories to make retrieval easier. Follow citation style. Required citation style such as MLA, APA, Chicago. Evaluated source. Next step is access the all sources, credibility, and checking the author expertise, accuracy of information, publication dates, objectivity, and publisher reputation. Update and refine. Update the bibliography by adding new relevant source, removing outdated or irrelevant ones by verifying citation accuracy before finalize it for research work. Biographic management tools, citation management software, Zotero, EndNote, and Mendeley. Zotero tools in bibliography fee to integrate with the word processor and cloud storage. EndNote, advanced customizable use in academia. Mendeley, PDF annotation, citation signing, and social networking. Online bibliography generate tools, EasyBib, auto-generated citation, support to multiple style, citation machine, quick citation creation, and required verification. Importance of bibliography in research. In bibliography in research, separate your idea from others, include different opinions, also prevent plagiarism, make argument more convincing, show depth of research, and maintain honesty in research. Conclusion: a bibliography is an important part of research that helps organize source and add credibility to a study. Over time, it has evolved from simple book list to advanced citation tool. Different time like descriptive, unenumerative, and annotated bibliographies help research present source in various way. Be carefully selecting, recording, and organizing reference. Researcher ensure accuracy in their work. Tools like Zotero and EndNote this process easier. A well-made bibliography strength to research, prevent plagiarism, and support academic honesty. It is more than just a list. It shows depth, quality of researcher work. These are my references. Thank you. Now let's discuss question.
Jay, what are the challenges of manual compiling a bibliography?
If you are made a manual bibliography, there are several challenges. You are credibility of author, also lots of take of time, and also credit to author to there are several challenges in creating manual bibliography.
Jai, how does a bibliography contribute to academic integrity and research quality?
A bibliography contribute academic integrity and research quality in depth of study, and also give a proper credibility of citation of research author, and also acknowledgement of about your basic idea. And so this is from my side. Thank you.
Very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay Solanki. Today is the last day of our presentation. I'm going to present on beyond reference, the role of citation in shaping research and learning. This is my personal information, my hypothesis and research question, and this is my table of content which I'm going to deal with. First, let's start with the introduction. What is citation? A citation is a reference to a source of information used in research or academic writing. It provides credit to original author and allow readers to locate the original source. And citations are initially in academic, scholarly work to avoid plagiarism, support argument with credible sources. There are a lot of types in the citation. Mainly, we are aware about the APA, MLA, and Chicago citation. And right now, we are mostly using the MLA citation. Let's come to the role of the citation in the shaping research. Citation gives due credit to original authors and researchers, preventing plagiarism and maintaining academic integrity. By citing sources, researchers allow to, other to verify clients and access the original work and evaluate the accuracy of arguments. In contribution to scholarly discourse, citations are create a scholarly dialogue by linking new research to past study and helping to build on existing knowledge. In tools like Zotero, InNote, and RefCourse, like assist the researchers who is managing reference to systematically and which essentially for structure for the research writing. In enhancing the research visibility, citation increase the discoverability of research works and leading to great academic impact and recognizing. In guidance for further study, readers and scholars who use citation to explore the related research and ensuring continuity in academic inquiries. The role of citation in learning, how citation defines the learning outcome. In citation, it helps students and scholars to disguise between the universally known facts and specialize the knowledge that requires attribution. Even within the academic communities, what is considered common knowledge varies. In academic integrity and plagiarism, proper citation practice helps students to avoid the plagiarism by acknowledge the intellectual contribution to others. And however, learning how to cite correctly is the development of progress, and students often struggle to determine what requires citation. In memory and learning, when students forget the sources of their knowledge, they face challenge in citing accurately. And the study of suggests that academic writing should help students to develop strategies for tracking and attributing their sources properly. In ownership of knowledge, she study in the article that suggests the students sometimes assume knowledge they have internalized does not need citation. However, academic writing often requires the explicit attribution even for ideas that have become the part of the learner's understanding. In the academic and professional research, how citation being used, that George Hayo emphasized in his article that citation frankly is a crucial measure of a journal's importance, and the more an article or journal is cited, the more influence it has on research and knowledge development. This article also identified the five major peer-reviewed journals in technical communication and compare their impact based on citation analysis, where citation metrics validate the scholarly work, and that question whether such journal effectively serves practitioner in the field. This also suggests a gap between the academic research and in application in the professional setting, and prompting the educator to consider how learning can be made or more practice oriented. In the article also discuss citation index, like example like journal citation reports and the social sciences citation index, while they track how frequently a journal can be referenced. This also helps to students and researchers to identify the high impact publication, shaping the learning by prioritize the credible sources. In the last point of the citation, in the how in citation in scientific literature is being used, mostly we can find out they are we not find that we have that understanding of that how science background or the commerce background or arts background, they are using the citation as a part of their resource, and how they understanding about their resource that is authentic or not. In that citation serve both cognitive knowledge based and the social reward based function in scientific discourse. This study in the article that aim explore the whether citation pattern align with the subjective reasons scientists give for the citing papers. And citation also used to establish credibility, support clients, and define the research areas. But their perceived significance can differ from their actual use in a scientific argument. Scientists from the different research backgrounds cite the same paper differently based on their disciplinary perspective. The study differentiate between the citation as an integrator of the novel and integration and citation as a marker of the professional relationship. While understanding the citation networks requires the considering both textual, argument-based, and the social community-based dimension. In citation, we find both things. In the text, we are mostly using the textual. Impact how citation impact on the research and the learning. That in the research that impact the factor widely used the measure of the journal influence become the artificial inflect due to concept citation. This misrepresent affect journal rankings and making the harder for the researcher to disguise high quality work from manipulate influence. And in pressure of their authors to include unnecessary citation, leading to the citation inflation rather than genuine scholarly engagement. This practice also diminishes the trust in academic publishing, as the citation are driven by editorial pressure rather than genuine scholarly need. How its impact on the learning, that student like us and scholar rely on the citation counts and impact factor to gauge of papers credibility. uh, in the result is evolution leading the learners into overwhelming certain journals while overlooking the genuinely influence the research. In a university curricula, often incorporate the reading based on the journal with the high impact factors, and is also if their factor are the manipulated, the selection of the academic materials are may be skewed and the effective how the subject are taught to understand. In conclusion, we can find out that citation plays fundamental role in the shaping research by ensuring the academic integrity, enabling the verification, and fostering the scholar dialogue. And is also enhance the research visibility, helps disguise between the common and the specialized knowledge, and contribute to academic learning. However, citation metrics can sometimes be manipulated, but distorting the pursued credibility of the research. Therefore, the students and the scholar must critically engage with the citation not as a formally required, but as a tool of meaningful knowledge, construction, and the ethical scholarship. In my learning outcome, how I understand about the importance of citation in academic. While I was not in this part of the field of the MA, I didn't know how to cite or how to take the good resources. While I am coming to that area or it's the field, then I will slowly I found the resources, and I'm using and in my blogs and my presentation as well. So this enhance my understanding of how citation can be used, enhance the research skills, and by evaluating the credibility and impact of cited resources. So we can find out that mostly we are like when we are doing presentation, so mostly we are using the authentic sites, authentic resources, is to enhance our research, that how we in deeply we can find out the how if they have some uh, good topics and we are presenting, so we have to search for that. And because of that we have our skill, our understanding also been there to identify the research is authentic or the not. This is my references. Mostly I use the gesture because the I mostly found every part in that. uh, and thank you. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask.
Jay, my question is, do you think citation help us find or locate a authentic resource? What is your understanding of citation in the context of learning?
Yes, mostly when as I say, I starting my MA with doing presentation and writing blogs. So deeply, I understand that citation play most of the his role is very important in the academics, because when you are doing some research, or right now we are doing in the dissertation, we are using mostly the authentic resources to enhance our understanding about how our topics can be related to that. And when it comes to authentic sites, then we must have to understand how our research are there, like our topics, or how we will deal with that topics. So yeah, this is my understanding of the citation also.
Jay, what are some challenges students and early career researchers face in mastering citation practice?
In a citation practice, we can find out that mostly we are right now using the citation, MLS citation. There we also find that right now we have a ninth edition of that. But right now, when we are doing any presentation, so we mostly use the 8th edition. So when mostly right now researchers are not that concerned about that, but right now our student who are doing a research or doing some kind of important or presenting any papers, so they have to face problems while doing the citation in the when early they don't know about the citation, how to do citation. So their paper will be like they are copying from others, but they are not giving any credits to other also. Like the citation is part of the main role of giving credit to other, or or finding the relevant sources or relevant article or papers. And mastering citation is also help to understanding our research skills also. Yes, this is from my side. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today is the third day of the presentation, research methodology. My topic is integrating quotation in research writing, prose, poetry and drama. This is my academic information. This is my hypothesis and research question. Let's start with the quotation. Quotation, how the role is quotation in research writing. Quotation marks are used to denote a language taken from another author or sources. I taken from this sentence, academic guides, grammar and mechanics, quotation marks. In quotations, writing a research paper requires reading other materials that both support and contradict your theories. Academic conversation are qualified through the balanced presentation. Anytime reading the information, we support both sides, argument part and inform with the breadth of the field. By using the reference and quotation in your paper, you are providing proof for your knowledge and legitimize. I taken from the information NTO University Virtual Writing Center. Use of quotation mark. Where use of quotation, first the songs, title of the short minor works, short story, essay, short poems, one act play, chapters in book. This information I taken from quotation mark with the fiction, Purdue University. Firstly, block quotation. What is the block quotation? Block quotation is the you should use block quotation when the quotation occupy four or more types of line on the pages. Although they are allowed in any type of writing, you will likely most often use them when quoting for fiction or literature. A block quotation is a remove from the main body text. Indeed, one each from main margin and line spacing in double. Maintain the double spacing throughout, but you do not need to use quotation mark. Block quotation means a long quotation. We are writing research paper. In that time, we are many quote to mention in our research paper. At that time, we 3 or 4 lines to that time to see how the quotation in research paper to write the brick, and then our left side margin to space in 1 inch space, and then to write, and all the 4 lines to line spacing in double. This is I taken from quotation mark with the fiction proved all proved university. First, quotation in prose. How the general rules in quotation prose. First, the double quotation marks for short quotation. In the short quotation, less than 4 lines. Second, use block quotation for long passages. In the long passages, for or 4 or more lines. Maintain accuracy. uh, this short quotation, put them in the quotation mark and include them in your sentence. Example, Charles Dickens, Tale of Two Cities. Example, it was the best times, it was the rose time. To see the how the end, and start with the quotation mark. Quotation with the citation. If a quotation need a parenthetical reference, example, page number put in the period after the citation. In the example, in last in 35 is the parenthetical references. Is
That system, you'll have to reconnect.
sorry, share this screen. Shall I start? Okay, quotation with the citation. If a quotation need a parenthetical references, put the period after the citation. In this example, Dickens novel, in the last 35 is the parenthetical page number. Long quotation, more than 4 lines. Start a new lines and incident the whole quotation, 1 each from the left margin, typing the double space. Do not use the quotation marks. Uh, block quotation means a long quotation. In the example, load of flies, left margin to space 1 inch, and then 4 lines in line spacing in double. Load of flies novel. Second, quotation in poetry. General rules for the quotation. First, the line breaks and stanza structure must be maintained. Second, use the slash for short quotation within the sentence. Third, use block format for longer poetry except short poetry in more than 3 lines. Put the quotation mark and include them in your sentence. Use slash. Example, Kulin sentence. I reference with the color collection in the poem. See the of all the things that happened there, then slash and then write. That's all that I remember. Unusual spacing for the formatting. If the poet use unusual spacing, line breaks or indication, copy it exactly. Example, queuing poem. To see how it's then under the spring and then and I will the this information taken from tulips and chimneys collection of this poem. A third, long poetry quotation. More than 3 lines. That time start a new lines. Indicate for 1 inch from the left margin and same the line spacing in double space. Do not use the quotation mark unless they appear in the original poem. Example, the Elizabeth bishops in the waiting room. Describe the setting. See the left margin 1 inch from, and then all the 5 lines, line spacing double margin, double space. Do not use the quotation. Third, long lines in poetry. If a line is too long to fit no one line, continue on the next line. Indent in the extra quarter each, 1 each. Third, quotation in drama. If you are quoting conversation between 2 or more characters, set the quotation apart from your text like a block quote, same poetry and prose. Writer each character names in all capital letter. Example, Hamlet, and indeed the 1 each from the left margin. After the character name, put a period and start the lines. If a character speech continue for multiple lines, indicate following line as an extra quarter each. When the dialogue switches another character, start a new lines and follow the same pattern. Example, King Lear. Firstly, left margin to 1 each, then character's name in capital, and then new character is a new lines. This is the Shakespeare's novel King Lear. Third, quoting stage direction. Stage direction and that time quoting should be copied exactly as they appear in the original text. If stage direction interrupt a sentence and you do not need them, you can replace them with an ellipsis. Otherwise, format them the same way. Prose poetry quotation following the previous rules in the last conclusion. First point is the enhance the clarity and coherence. Proper integration of the quotation and ensure that research writing remain clear and well structured. Second, strengthen argument. Correctly formatted quotation supported claim and provide the textual evidence effectively. Facilitate better interpretation, accurate presentation of prose, poetry, and drama. Third, all the quotation helps to deeper textual analysis, improves research quality. Mastering the quotation integration enhance the overall effectiveness and credibility of academic writing. Learning outcome. Understanding the quotation rules. I make this presentation before the what is the block quotation. I'm not understand that I meet the ma'am and what is the block quotation. Firstly, I understand and then I write the what is block quotation. Improve research quality, overcome common challenges. Now I understand what is the quotation in the research paper, poetry, drama, and prose, how to write, and what is the proper structure. This is my work cited. In the I cite MLA 7th edition, which all the information, prose, poetry, and drama I taken. Thank you. If any question, free feel to ask.
Khushi, my question is how can students improve their use of quotation in research writing?
Yes, Jay. Student improve the quotation in research writing. Firstly, to follow the standard of formatting rules. Secondly, to from the text, and third, to proper citation to improve students' quotation in research writing.
Khushi, my question is what are the key differences in quoting the prose, poetry, and drama?
Yes, Joy. Key differences is that prose in more than 3 lines. Sorry, more than 4 lines. In short quote. Second, poetry in more than 3 lines, and drama in the all the characters to capital, and then new characters start with the new lines, and block quotation to see all the in same. This is the key differences in the all the three. Thank you.
Sir, maybe the network issue is here. Ha, here. Share. Share. અહીંયાથી તો પગલા થઈ છે ને ખુલતું નથી.
શરૂ છે.
Sir, it's already shared. Yes,
Yes, sir. It's already shared.
it's already shared. Sir. Yes.
Done, sir? Very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kusum Sarvaiya, and on the last day of presentation, I am going to make presentation on unveiling the research and data collection. This is my academic information, and let's start with a research question. So, data collection. What is data collection, and why it is important, and what are some types and potential consequences in research? And hypothesis would be like effective research relies on, as we know, that systematic data collection and some methods ensuring accuracy, reliability, and validity. So proper data collection enhance the credibility of the research findings. So while improper methods can lead to misinformation and float the conclusion and waste the resources. So let's start with the introduction. So as we know that research is a systematic process of exploring, analyzing, and interpreting information to expand the knowledge, solve problems, or develop new theories in particular subject or particular field. So while we research on something, what is the basic thing is, according to me, is data collection. So whatever the research would be, the data is the main thing in the research problem in the research. So what is data collection? The first thing is, so it is kind of a process of systematically gathering, measuring, and analyzing information from various sources to gain insight, solve research problems, answer specific questions, evaluate outcomes, and predict trends. So data collection, as we know, that is the main thing in case of research something. The whatever the subject it is already here, it is already mentioned in somewhere, or it is kind of a new search as well. So what are the types of data collection? So we can say that there are two types of data collection. So first is primary. We have to say primary sources, which is kind of a first-hand information. So which is unfiltered, or we can say directly come from the from any information that is directly come from the any sources. And another one is secondary sources, which is kind of interpreted and analyzing sources, or we can say interpreted or analyzing information. Some other sources like library sources, which is very common and very reliable for research, which includes some kind of books, kind of scholarly articles, dissertation and theses, and reference materials as well. So we are very we can say familiar with the library sources. And another thing is online database, which is also familiar with us, as we are using such kind of online sources like Just or Gutenberg, Google Scholar, and etc. And some other things, some other online databases, which is like online journals, articles of especially news articles from some reliable newspapers. And another one is Project Muse, and some other sources are mentioned here. Here are some methods of data collection. Here, the first one is interview, which is very common and which is very easy to understand, that to interview something, to ask different questions to someone and to collect the information, which is a method of data collection. And another one essential data collection method is a survey and questionnaires, which is also familiar with us, that how by survey, many times we have this kind of surveys from the research scholars to collect a particular kind of information from us. So surveys involve gathering information through structured form with a predefined question. So while we discussing surveys, so so we can mention that some kind of surveys are psychology students are used to do, so kind of psychology test to measure their measure their we can say personal information as well. Another one method of data collection is observation. It is kind of one-sided method where the researcher have to do nothing. We just to observation, just to observe the things. And another one is experiment. Maybe these use, we can say this to experiment and collect data is the kind of method of data collection which is mainly used by the students of science and biology and these kind of STEM students. Other STEM subject students. The last one method of data collection is existing record and secondary data. So where to analyze or to reinterpret the things which is already exist, which is kind of also we can say that the secondary kind of data. Next one is evaluating research sources. So while we discussing about data collection, so it is very important to evaluating the right sources to which is reliable and authorized the information to avoid the plagiarism, to avoid the misinformation and misguidance and misguidance. So evaluating research sources is the process of assessing the credibility, relevance, and reliability of information used in research. It involves the checking of authorship, of publication source, date of publication, evidence and citation, bias or objectivity, and accuracy of the content. So here is the CRAP test I have mentioned, which is very, we can say, a useful test for us, which is where C is stand for accuracy, R stand for relevance, A for authority, another A is for accuracy, and the last P stand for purpose. So these kind of the test will say that how is a particular information and how particular sources are reliable or not, how integrated they are. The very important thing is consequences from improperly collected data include. So many times it happens that by mistake by mistake we mislead or misguide by something wrong data. So there are some consequences from faces this kind of wrong data. So some other consequences like inaccurate research findings. So it will lead us to the wrong kind of findings in the research. The lack of replicability is the another consequences. Some we can say moral or kind of ethical issue we also find where in terms of data collection. So sometimes it happens that poor data collection can cause a harm or human participation or animal subjects involved in the research. And loss of credibility and integrity is the another consequences while we discussing about data collection. So sometimes it has happened that we by mistake choosing a different not a different but misguiding or a wrong information by mistake. So these kind of the thing we can reduce the credibility in our research and in research findings. Plagiarism and prevention is the another kind of consequences which is no need to discuss more, as many of students before me have discussed properly and very deep about deep things about plagiarism prevention. Data integrity is the another thing, and fair use of copyright. So while we pick up data from another sources, it is very important to prevent copyright and to properly cite it. So let me conclude the presentation here. Research and data collection are essential components of any systematic inquiry, playing a crucial role in expanding knowledge, solving problems, and making information decisions. The accuracy, and we can say reliability and validity of research findings depends heavily on the method used to collect data. And we can say proper data collection ensure that the information gathered is relevant, it is unbiased, and also it is useful for drawing meaningful conclusion. And at the end we can say that to collect data from wherever the place, as sir many times mentioned, there are some things which are primarily we can say focused, that the sources are credible or not, the sources are integrated, the accurate or not. So here are some learning outcomes. So I understand the concept of research along with data collection, that how we can say data collection is the major, or we can say the main thing in terms of research. The another thing is importance of data collection and research quality. So whatever the data we will collect, it will be it will make our research qualitative. So, and if we will search, if we will collect from whatever the basic data and basic data from wherever the sources, it will be decrease the quality of research work. And the last thing is recognize ethical and practical consideration, which is very important thing, as it will be to pleasurize. Sometimes it is kind of a, we can say, academic offensive to pleasurize. So it will be a very important thing that to recognize ethical ethical phrase while we citing, or while we collecting the sources from material from other from everywhere. So these are some reference sites. Thank you, and we can discuss the questions now.
Kusum, my question is, what's the biggest mistake a researcher can make when collecting data?
According to me, the biggest mistake of researcher is to misguide or to take without information without the cross checking, because it will be primary thing, and it will be the research will be totally false, or we can say totally it will be false if the material is pressurized, or the material is misguided, or it is not or which is incorrect. So this, according to me, the biggest mistake.
Kusum, my question is, if research finding were a puzzle, what would improper data collection do?
Well, in a puzzle kind of thing, data collection would be like the forgotten, or we can say a piece that is missing. So, and it will be without the that one piece. If the puzzle is incomplete, it will be impossible to complete it. So, such as data collection is research is impossible without the data collection. So, this is my answer. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I am Pallavi Parmar, and today I am going to deal with the topic the art of research design, crafting engaging and comprehensible academic narratives. This is my academic information, table of contents. So my research question is, how can a well-structured research design enhance the clarity, reliability, and the engagement of academic narratives? And hypothesis is, a well-structured research design serves as a foundation for producing clear and reliable academic work. It is not only ensures systematic data collection analysis, but also enhances the storytelling aspect of research and making complex concepts more accessible and engaging. So my introduction. So let's start with introduction. Research is not just about gathering data. It's a journey of inquiry, discovery, and storytelling. We can say that the art of research design lies in a carefully planning this journey, ensuring that every step is purposeful and meaningful. A well-crafted research designs serve as a blueprint that guides the researcher through the systematic data collection, analysis, and interpretation, transforming raw information into insightful narratives. In today's academic landscape, presenting a research findings in an engaging and comprehensible manner is just as important as conducting the research only itself. So, a thoughtful research design help make frame complex ideas into clear, logical narratives that resonate with readers and contribute to the broader academic conversation. So, what is research design? So, a research design is a conceptual framework that serves as the blueprint for conducting a study. It outlines the structure, methods, and procedures used in research to ensure the systematic data collection and measurement and analysis. So basically, it's a pre-plan of our research work. So what are the key aspects of research design? So it should be a it is a systematic planning. Like in research design provides it a clear structured plan that ensures that this study follows a logical and organized path. Its objective approach, it helps researchers to choose the best methods for gathering and analyzing data and minimizing biases. Data collection and analysis, a well defined research design specifies how data will be collected and analyzed, ensuring accuracy. Like it is not like to collect the data from where you can find, but it is like to make one order of the collecting the data and how you will analyze it. It is the pre-planning. So reliability and validity, a good research design ensures that the findings are valid and reliable, meaning they can be reproduced under similar condition. Importance and the need of research design. So what is the importance of this to design for research work? So research design translates a research problem into data for analysis. Like it ensures validity and reliability in research, and it provides a structured plan that prevents frustration, like, and it helps in making informed decision regarding data collection analysis. Like in short, it gives a researcher a path for that a path that for that one person can do the research in one systematic and organized manner without any frustration. So what is the need for this type of research design? So the systematic, it as it gives a systematic inquiry, that it ensure a structured process to generate a clear knowledge, to understand a human ability. Like it explores the creativity and problem solving skills, improve the process, it refines design methods and tools, learning from products, it uncovers knowledge embedded in design objects, interdisciplinary collaboration, it fosters cross disciplinary insights also, and effective communication. So to ensure the clear accessible presentation of findings, the research design is very important. So, what are the characteristics of effective research design? So, first is purposive. So, the research is based on identifying an issue or problem worthy or capable of investigation. So, through research design, you can find that this research problem is and what is the purpose behind this research issue or problem. It is inquisitive, like it seeks to acquire new knowledge. Informed, it conducted with awareness of previous related research, methodical. It's communicable, it generates and reports results that are testable and accessible by others. What are the steps in research designing? According to MLA handbook, MLA 7th edition handbook, there are 9 steps of this research design. So first is selecting a research topic. So first, if researcher have an interest area, so they have to choose a topic, their interest topic. And second step is conducting background research. So not only your interest is not only enough for research. So one person have to conduct background research, that what are the possibilities into this research, collecting research sources. And after when one person researcher find the background research for the topic, they have to collect the research, all the available research sources for that. And after collecting all the sources, the next step is to evaluating sources. Not all the sources are reliable and authentic. So researcher have to evaluate, and they have to select the authentic sources on which they can rely. And after this step, the next step is taking notes, which is very important. So when person evaluating the sources, at that time the taking notes is after that, taking notes is very important, that from in which section which information is going to be there. And organization, proper organization of this information is there. Creating an outline. So after this all the steps, the first step is to create an outline in which chapter what the researcher want to describe, and in which and chapterization also here we can find. And after this creating an outline, the next step is writing the first draft. The very first draft, it means that the rough ideas, to combine rough ideas together in the first draft. and then after first draft and revisiting this draft and organize that it accurately, the next step is citing sources and avoiding plagiarism. That as the former presenters are were presented on this plagiarism, so I'm not going to deal with it more. But the next step is to citing the whatever and what are the sources which the researcher mentioned in their research work. So they have to cite it properly. And next and last step, to not stick on any phase, but they have to constantly revisiting and editing their research work. So let's move towards types of research design. So Asen Ahbi in his article mentioned this three type of research design. First is the quantitative research design. In that we can find the subtypes like experimental. So in experimental, the researcher conducts the experiment and by changing the situation. So in true experiment, we can find that in one they choose the two situation. In one they change the situation, in one there is nothing, any change. In quasi experiment, there is no change, the general research for two a different situation. Non-experimental, then in that we can find that survey research, casual comparative research, and correlation design. In next research, we can find that qualitative research design. In that we can find that case studies. So in the case studies, we can include in quantitative, there are numbers and numerals, and after that collecting that numerals data, they have to analyze it statistically. And then in this qualitative research design, we have case studies. So to record the experiment of individual and groups experiment and the stories. And in that we have case studies, narrative research, phenomenological research. In case studies, we have to take stories of people and their agency. And the narrative research, we can find their narratives. Phenomenological research, in that the people's experiment in proper and one event grounded theory, and the researcher have to apply one theory into that specific problem. Ethnography and action research. In ethnography, they have to field research. It is like a field research. And action research, by research, going to research while conducting a research, researcher have to solving the problem. As action research, we can find that B.Ed programs also, this action research is there. Mixed method research, we can find this both quantitative and mixture of quantitative and qualitative research. They're like a convergent parallel mixed method, explanatory sequel mixed method. In that we have to first numerical data, and then this qualitative research. And in exploratory sequential mixed method, in that first stories and then numerical data. So crafting knowledge through exploration, we can find that research as a design. As Glanville argues, that research itself is a form of design. Like the researcher designs the experiment, structure theories, and shapes the narratives. The role of what is the role of the researcher? So researcher actively shapes every steps of the process. Decisions, observations, and interpretations are made by the researcher primarily. And research is not automatic. It requires thoughtful design at each and every stage of the research. So circularity in research, that there is no any static phase. So one researcher have to continuously gone through the process of testing, observing, and refining the research. So this circularity generates novelty and leading to new insights. And theory and experiment, that theory simplifies and organizes the data and experimental findings into one particular pattern, and this intersection deepens the understanding and extends the knowledge. Now let's discuss that narrative in research design. So what is narrative research? So according to Callis and Douglas, the narrative research is both a method and a theoretical approach used to explore psychological and social phenomena. It draws from biographical life history methods and emphasizing the subjective lived experience of individuals. Like it prioritized why use narrative in research. So it prioritized lived experience. It constructs meanings, life trajectories over time. It bridges personal and social contexts. Like if we conducting the examples, qualitative and quantitative, both the types we can have here. creating and engaging academic narratives. Sorry. So in a that a structure and coherence, like a well designed academic narrative should have clear structure, like first introduction, then literature review, then methodology that explain that in that you have to explain that research design and data collection, findings and discussion, and then conclusion. So this type of proper organization is there in the academic narratives. So techniques for enhanced readability, like use storytelling elements that provide real life example, case studies, and participant testimonies. Ensure logical flow. Ideas should be connected smoothly using transitionable phrases. Use simple, clear language. Incorporate visuals like graphs, tables, and figures can complement textual analysis. Like we can find that when a researcher is there to do any practical research and field work, and if we can have these surveys also, so this can be this method can be also helpful in that. So that storytelling within the research should be embrace the complexity of lived experiences rather than simply presenting abstract data. Like if the researcher just putting all the data together without connecting it, so it is there the bunch of data is there, but there is no any interest or engaging it not be in that engaging zone. So for readability, to engage the audience, it is very important to write in that manner. So uh, uh, a narrative inquiry, a qualitative research method that uses stories to understand the people, culture, and societies, and focus on subjective and knowledge rather than only objective data. So what type of narratives? Narrative of self, narratives and society, and narratives for social justice. So what are the methods of use? So interviews, reflective writing, life writing, the ethnography, and analyzing artifacts. This method is mostly used in the psychological findings and also psychological research works. And we can find that in the academic writings we can also find that how there are many articles, like they engages the heavy details in a very interesting manner. So how can one use this narrative research technique in their academic writing? It is very important. So, in conclusion, we can say that research design is the foundation of any meaningful academic work. It is not only guides the process of inquiry, but also shapes raw data into clear, engaging narratives. So, a well-structured design ensures that research is organized, reliable, and insightful. So, if there is any prior organized or prior work is there on the research, so it is very easy to researcher to do research work and to gain new insights and also include in their research work. So more than just a process, research design in an art, it brings life to ideas, complex making complex concepts understandable and impactful. It is not just about gathering information, but about merging diverse pieces of knowledge to create something new, a whole that stands strong on academic scale through thoughtful design and storytelling manner to combine these complex concepts into very interesting manner. Researchers can craft narrative that not inform but also inspire others. So we can say that by the art of research design lies in connecting data with meaning, integrating personal arguments and perspective with existing or new data. So structuring ideas with creativity and presenting knowledge with clarity, it transforms research into a journey of discovery, leaving a lasting impression on readers. So my learning outcome is I'm able to while going through this step of research design, I'm able to understand the concept and importance of research design in academic work, how the prior work and is prior work on research topic is important. I've also learned the different ways to structure research effectively. Like research is not about to put data in on one place, but it is about to engage each and every data, connect it with itself, each other, and making it engaging. So it can I can also able to identify the various types of research design and understanding their applications in various field of research, like humanities, in science and health, also healthcare data in science and also in psychological manner. I understand the role of an ideal researcher in conducting systematic and impactful research. Yeah, that's it from my side. These are references. And now, if you have any question, feel free to ask.
Pallavi, my question is what obstacle can make it difficult to create an ideal research design?
Yes, Kushi. Obstacles like if we have ideas, like we all have ideas, but when one person is not sure about that, how can I connect it with researcher is not able to find the right path to where to conduct this research, and what is the right path to conduct this research. So if he is not sure, if he is not able to if a researcher is not able to connect the data with previous or existing data or the sources, we can also find. So these are the obstacles that and also the academic integrity is also there, the plagiarism. So these are some obstacles which makes difficult to create an ideal research design.
So Pallavi, my question is, what is importance to balance storytelling while we academic style with academic discipline?
Yes, so it is important to storytelling style to engage the reader's mind. Like we have, I have also came across some very good articles, like they previously on other topics. Like they are explaining the complex topics like in a very creative and engaging manner. Like you are not at all any feel any boredom while reading that. So it is very important in academic discipline to make this type of writing style, to accept this type of writing style and work on that. Yeah, that's it from my side, and thank you. So hello everyone, I am Priyanshi, and today I am going to give presentation on the topic Global Insights: The Impact of ChatGPT on Academic Writing, Research Creativity, and Plagiarism Policies. These are my personal information. These are the hypothesis and research question. These are the table of the contents. Introduction. So first of all, I am going to explore about something. Something that the way we learn, write, and research. So that is ChatGPT and AI in academia. So according to UTA, means the University of Texas at Ellington, which understanding AI tools and their value in education section. So in the year of 2023, it presents the definition of ChatGPT as offered by ChatGPT itself. So ChatGPT is a conventional language model developed by OpenAI. It is based on the GPT, means generative pre-training transformer architecture, and is trained on a large database of text from the internet. So ChatGPT is designed to generate human-like text in response to given prompt and can be fine-tuned for specific tasks such as question answering, language translation, and text summarization. It can also generate creative writing such as stories and poetry. So ChatGPT is a powerful tool that helps people to understand neutral language and generate tasks. So the rapid integrations of AI in the educational sectors led to significant transformation in teaching and academic practices. It also raises numerous benefits such as personalized learning and enhanced education tools.
So its widespread use also raises concerns regarding academic integrity and honesty. So basically, it explores the influence of AI on the development of plagiarism in educational context and also examining the ethical implications and challenges posed to academic integrity. ChatGPT and academic writing. So ChatGPT in education is regarded as a valuable resources for students and professionals. According to EduGuzzle, ChatGPT can access abundant text data such as articles, websites, and books to produce the written outcome as command by its user. So since it was launched, researchers have verified some impressive capabilities of ChatGPT to students, including language translation, draft writing, and question answering. So these abilities offer significant benefits to students, particularly in their academic writing. So applications of ChatGPT in academic writing. So in educational context, ChatGPT has been employed for tasks such as drafting essay, assisting with research, and fostering creativity in writing. So its ability to generate coherent and contextuality relevant text makes it a valuable tool for student and educator alike. So its challenges and consideration. So ChatGPT's use in academic writing raise concern about academic integrity as students may misuse it for assignments, highlighting the need for updated plagiarism policies and ethical guidelines. So additionally, its tendency to generate fabricated information or citation poses challenges requiring careful verification by users. Institutional response to ChatGPT. Educational institutions have response differently to ChatGPT, with some integrated it into curriculum and administration, while other impose bans to prevent misuse. So this reflects the debate between technological advancement and maintaining academic standards. So ChatGPT's role in research. So now let's talk about how ChatGPT can help us to write research in different parts. So initial idea generation. So ChatGPT is a brainstorming, and it come up with research topics and also suggests outlines of research and gives creative ideas, but we need to verify we need to double check for its accuracy and resistance. And on introduction, so ChatGPT generates an introduction without a proper problem statement, a research gap, or references. So we use ChatGPT for research direction and hypothesis, but we do not fully dependent on it for problem statement or research gap. Literature review. So ChatGPT can summarize articles, but it lacks synthesis and coherence, and also sometimes it also generates fake citations. So we use ChatGPT for summarizing, but we would to avoid relying on its citations and references. So methodology. So ChatGPT can assist in writing methodology, but if given sufficient input, it helps with qualitative data analysis. But on other side, we use ChatGPT for preliminary guidance, but also it ensures proper methodology details are provided. Data analysis and findings. ChatGPT cannot process empirical data files, but it also can analyze transcribed qualitative data, and it avoid ChatGPT. We should to avoid ChatGPT for quantitative analysis, and we use it for theoretical insight on analysis techniques. ChatGPT and creativity in academia. So basically, creativity involves generating original ideas, solving problems, and addressing novel issues. So critical thinking and creativity are vital in modern education, and AI has significantly impacted education and creative writing. It also aids teachers in the learning process and assists researchers in writing. So the rise of ICT and online tools has redefined literacy and creativity. AI-based platforms further reshape this concept. Encouraging imaginative thinking, education should integrate AI to promote critical and creative thinking and benefiting students to academically and professionally. ChatGPT and plagiarism policies. So, according to Decoda's Persian dictionary, steal means taking someone's possession through deception or without the right. And also, Wilson states that stealing from one author is plagiarism, from many, it is research. So, the term plagiarism originated from plagiarist, meaning kidnapper, robber, misleader, or literary thief. So it refers to stealing ideas or words beyond common knowledge. Also, the University of Liverpool defines plagiarism as the use of materials from unknowledgeable sources or direct quotations of material from documented references without acknowledging that the word have been taken verbatim from those references. ChatGPT and plagiarism policies. Researchers widely express concern about ChatGPT's role in plagiarism and academic fraud. So, same also noted its use in Trinidad and Tobago, where students used it to generate school-based assessments. Many feared ChatGPT would redefine plagiarism, making user machine dependent. So, Jones also warned that plagiarism through AI-generated content would challenge academic integrity, influencing policies in publishing and education. And Khan also views that it viewed it as a threat. Other also saw ChatGPT as a tool like calculator or Grammarly, and Seed argued that disclosing its use in methodology section would ensure transparency and can suggest that developing ethical guidelines rather than banning it. So, since AI tools are still new, policies remain unclear, leading to differing opinions. So, there are many negative consequence of plagiarism, and student educator institution can face negative consequences of by using plagiarism. Addressing plagiarism in university. So plagiarism preventions requires fostering a culture of academic integrity through ethical education workshops and clear policies. So institution must equip students with research and citation skill while using plagiarism detection software to deter misconduct. So, establishing strict policies with defined consequences ensure consistency in addressing violence. So, faculty play a key role by promoting originality, designing assessments that encourage ethical writing, and using detection tools. Technology like AI-powered detection, blockchain verifications, citation management software, and gamified learning further support integrity. Peer collaborations and educational initiatives also help sustain ethical academic practice. AI and academic integrity challenges solution and future prospect. Academic integrity in the digital era. Academic integrity ensures honesty, trust, fairness, and responsibility in education and research. As learning becomes increasingly digital, academic dishonesty has evolved from traditional plagiarism and cheating to digital misconduct like contract cheating, online paper mills, and AI-generated works. So AI presents both risk and solution for academic integrity. So while it enables misconduct through essay generation and contrast cheating, it also aids in detection through plagiarism checkers, predictive analytic, and automated proctoring, helping institutions uphold academic standards. Ethical and privacy concerns in AI for academic integrity. AI helps maintain academic integrity by detecting plagiarism and cheating, but it raises concerns about bias, fairness, privacy, and security. Bias in AI algorithm can lead to unfair outcomes requiring diverse training, require diverse training data and human oversight. So AI-driven tools collect student data, posing privacy risks. Institution must ensure transparency, comply with regulations, and the futures of AI in academic integrity. So AI's role in academic integrity is expanding with advancements in plagiarism detection, exam proctoring, and student assessments. Future AI tools will better detect paraphrasing and idea theft using NLP, making academic dishonesty harder. So AI-driven proctoring will enhance cheating detection through real-time behavior analysis, reducing human error. AI's ability to assess students' work will enable personalized feedback and adaptive learning, reducing the pressure to cheat. While AI offers opportunities, its interrogations in education also presents challenges. Conclusion. So ChatGPT has emerged as a transformative tool in academic and research writing, offering significant advantages in grammar refinement, idea generation, and efficiency. However, its increasing integrations into academia raises critical concerns regarding originality, over reliance, and ethical implications. So, while it aids research by streamlining literature reviews and as assisting with citation, its limitations such as misinformation, AI bias, and lack of real-time data necessitates cautious use. So, in the realm of creativity, ChatGPT inspires new ideas, but also risk homogenizing thought and diminishing human originality. So, the challenge of defining authorship and detecting AI-generated content underscores the need for institutions to adopt plagiarism policies and emphasize human AI collaboration. So, moving forward, academic integrity must be preserved through well-defined guidelines, responsible AI use, and a balance between innovation and ethical scholarship. The future of AI in academia lies not in replacing human intellect, but in complementing it. So, fostering a space where technology enhances learning without compromising academic integrity. Learning outcome. So through this study, I understand how ChatGPT plays role in academic writing, research, creativity, and plagiarism policies. And through the use of ChatGPT, uh, I also improving grammar skill, and it helps me to generating ideas and assisting in my research writing. But it also has issues like over reliance on technology. It also takes a loss of originality and ethical concerns. And I also examining plagiarism policies and institutional response to AI generated content, and also exploring the future of AI in academia, ensuring ethical use while maximizing benefits. So these are my references. Thank you. If you have any question, then feel free to ask.
So, Priyanshi, my question is how is the trajectory of AI integration shaping the future landscape of academia?
Okay, Kusum. So basically, ChatGPT allows reader to access information and generating ideas, and write about research and research. So basically, it provides information, but it also raised issues like plagiarism, misinformation, and over realizing on technology. So basically, in future, university need to set clear rules about AI detector tools, and conduct workshops on AI use of AI in ethical way. So
So, Priyanshi, my question to you is, according to you, what are possible solutions for balancing AI and academic integrity?
Okay, Pallavi. To balance AI and academic integrity, we need clear guidelines and responsible use. So schools and university teach to students how to use AI as a tool, as a learning, not as a tool, not the way we use AI as a complex task without efforts. And also university need to also we can use AI detection tools to identify AI generated content. And basically importantly we should to focus on originality. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Yes, sir, it is on. On. Hello, hello. So, hello everyone, my name is Rahul Desai, and today I am presenting my presentation on the topic of mixed methods research, combining qualitative and quantitative approaches for better insights. This is my personal information, table of contents which I discuss in this presentation, and this presentation's hypothesis and research question. Now let's begin with the first slide, introduction to mixed methods research. Mixed method research combines the qualitative and quantitative techniques for the deeper understanding of the text and more comprehensive the understanding of a method of the research. Initially for the cross validation, mixed method research become popular in social science for the solving complex problem of the research with the multi-dimensional insights of the research in various topics. It boosts the credibility through the data triangulations, enhance the context, and enables the comprehensive analysis of emerging research. Despite its benefits, that mixed method research faces the challenges like data integrations, conflicting in various results, and methodological complexity, and many more things. Then why use the mixed method research? That combining the qualitative and quantitative methods enhance the understanding of complex research by the leveraging both strengths in our research articles or research paper or dissertations, and many more things, thesis, and many more things. That mixed method research cross validates the findings by the integrating multiple perspectives in reducing biases
and enhancing the credibility of the results. The flexibility of mixed method support expansion and development of the quality of our research and quality of our thesis, where one method informs the other, making it useful for dynamic, evolving research questions. Key characteristics of this mixed methods research, like mixed method research combining the statistical data with rich contextual insights, offering a comprehensive understanding of the quality of authenticity in articles or data and complex phenomena. By using these multiple data sources and methods, findings are cross-verified, increasing the reliability and credibility of research conclusions. Researchers can adapt methods based on the study objectives, of their topics or their findings throughout the thesis or dissertation. Mixed methods are widely used in social science, health research, and also in education, making study more holistic and policy relevant. Types of mixed methods research designs. There are 4 types, like triangulations design, like collective qualitative and quantitative data, similarly to compare findings and enhance the reliability of the context and of the text. Explanatory sequential design, like a 2-phase approach where quantitative data is collected first, followed by the qualitative data to help explain the initial results. Exploratory design, like start with the qualitative data to guide a subsequent quantitative phase for survey for our qualities data hypothesis testing, hypothesis of our work, research work. Embedded designs, like one data type plays a supporting role within a dominant research approaches, like such as embedding qualitative insights within a larger quantitative study for deeper understanding of the text authenticity and other authentic articles by the writers. In which we also find the challenges and limitations of the mixed methods research. Like mixed method research requires the extensive time. It's collect the lot of time to collecting the data, analyzing the data, and refer the data of fundings and the expertise, making it challenging for individual researchers or small terms. Combining qualitative and quantitative data can be complex, leading to challenges in merging, interpreting, and ensuring consistency in finding. There is insufficient literature on practical implementation, making it difficult for early career researchers to select the appropriate mixed methods design. Then applications of mixed method research, like the business research, like mixed method integrate the qualitative insights with the statistic to enhance management and decision making. Healthcare and medical sciences, like in health research, it helps to analyze patient experiences alongside clinical outcomes, improving the effectiveness of treatment and healthcare policies. In education and social science, used to access teaching methodologies and student learning outcomes. As we also put in the end of the slide of the PPT and presentation, we also explore the learning outcome from the study, combining surveys with the in-depth interviews for comprehensive insights. Then policy and government studies. Governments apply mixed method research to evaluate the public policies and social programs, balancing statistical analysis with qualitative feedback from the communities. Then ethical consideration in mixed method research, like informed consent and privacy. Researchers must ensure that voluntary participation, confidently, and proper data protection to uphold the ethical standards in mixed method studies, data integrity and transparency. Ethical research requires the accurate data collection, honest reporting, and clear disclosure of methods to prevent misinterpretation and manipulations. Then it also the balancing the power dynamics, like mixed method studies often involve the different participant groups, making it crucial to address potential biases and power imbalance in research interactions, reflexivity, and researcher responsibility. Ethical mixed method research demands the continuous reflection on biases, ethical dilemmas, and the impact of the methodological choice of finding. Then in conclusion, we find that throughout the integration of qualitative and quantitative approaches, mixed method research offer a holistic approach to that improves the validity and depth of the study, depth of the finding, and depth of the authenticity of our materials. Triangulations, flexibility, and multidisciplinary applications are among its many uses, which makes it useful and in the dominance, including business, policy studies, healthcare, and the social sciences. Time limits, methodological complexity, and data integration are some of the difficulties that need to be properly handled. By tackling these obstacles, scientists can successfully employ a variety of techniques to provide deeper understanding and more trustworthy findings of authenticity in our research. These are the learning outcomes. When I study about this paper or research methodology, I understand about the benefits of combining two major things, like qualitative and quantitative. Like research, in the research we also need about the quality, then quantitative, authentic articles and authentic information in our work site, identifying the challenges and ethical consideration in mixed method research, and many more things. These are the work cited. And thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me.
So, Rahul, why is it important to address power dynamics and biases in mixed methods studies?
Yes. Yes, Priyanshi. So my answer is that the power dynamics and the biases in mixed method studies are to represent the fair and ethical approaches. Then in the research, mixed method research, we can find the researcher also aware about their own biases and own ethical things. That two things are shape their analytic knowledge and its study. Then both approaches, like quantitative and qualitative, are both approaches helps in to create the more dimension and more creative thoughts and good material in research.
So, my question to you is, in your opinion, how does embedded design combine qualitative and quantitative data within a main research approach?
Okay, Pallavi. So my answer is that, as I mentioned, qualitative research that includes the provide interviews in many such things in authenticity and good aspect in by the writers and authentic but materials. And on the other side, qualitatives like quantitative is a survey of the good material side, and on the other side qualitative is good interviews, survey or many things in that cover in to provide our insights, good insights of research material based on this our new material or thesis or dissertation. Then embedded design, that embedded design especially uses in the explore the educational research, social science research, healthcare research, to find the complex issue of the main problem in the research works. So this is from my side. Thank you.
So, very good evening to all of you on the very last day of our presentation seminar. I, Riya Bhatt, going to present myself on the topic citation in the age of AI. Are we losing our academic integrity? Yes. So these are my academic information, and if we look about this introduction, then we come to know in the age of artificial intelligence, the landscape of academic research and writing is undergoing a profound transformation. AI tools like ChatGPT, Bard, and Copilot are increasingly being used to generate content, summarize research, and even suggest citations. While this advancement offers convenience, they also pose significant ethical challenges, particularly in maintaining academic integrity. Yes, the risk of fabricated references that we also find, and over reliance on AI generated information, and unintentional plagiarism raises critical questions about the future of citation in the scholarly work. And this presentation, in a way, and this presentation I also tries to explore the impact of AI on the academic integrity and the challenges of the present, and the best practices for the ensuring ethical and responsible citation in the digital era. If we look about this research question and hypothesis, then the hypothesis for the day is the increasing reliance on the AI generated content in academic writing leads to a higher risk of citation inaccuracies, the and ethical branches, potentially undermining the academic integrity. And research question, if we see, then and through this presentation I want to summarize in that how does the use of AI generated content impact on academic integrity, particularly in the accuracy and ethical use of citation. Yes. What is academic integrity? Then it is in a way broad and multi-phased concept. It also encompasses the values, behavior, and conduct in academia, teaching, research, and the services. Beyond the student behavior, that we also find that not limited to plagiarism and cheating, includes the ethical responsibilities of faculty members, also rooted in integrity, derived from Latin words integrate and integrate, greatness, the wholeness and completeness. Yes, it is also in a way compiles the consistency in moral characters and professional ethics. virtue and ethics perspective, that we also find that how academic integrity includes the qualities of such honesty, humanity, and truthfulness, yes, and respect for the human dignity. The legal and human rights alignment, that we also find that how the fairness, respect, and ethical responsibility that we find that guiding principle in academia ensures the ethical academic practices maintain the truth, the trust in educational research institutions. Yes, the role of citation in academic integrity. Yes, from the morning session, also my group colleagues were presenting such a presentation on the role of citation in this academic integrity. Yes, so the role of citation, if we see, then academic integrity and ethics, the proper citation respect the intellectual property rights of scholars and fosters a cultural academic honesty. Yes, acknowledgement of contribution, that we also find foundation and credibility, that we also find that citation act as building blocks. Yes, and how they provide the support and lend credibility to argument by linking them to establish our research, and their citations and in-text citation makes our argument more valuable. Yes, and we in a way giving proper credit also to them. Yes, tracing the development of ideas, citation allows researchers to trace how the concept evolves over the time, and enabling a deeper understanding of the subject. Communication with readers, that we also find that citations help reader to locate original sources for further researches, and enhancing the transparency in scholarly discussion also. Yes, the challenges to academic integrity and the AI era. Yes, in the morning session, Dhatri also presented that MLA handbook in the AI era, that how in a way AI automatically generate MLA 8 citation, and how we face the problem. Yes, the challenges, if we can see in AI era, that authorship and originality concern. Yes, AI generated text raise the question about who the real author is. Yes, and even the more problematic thing is the plagiarism checker like Turnit and all the platforms are not able to see the information which have generated by AI. Yes, the student may rely on the AI without adding their own critical thinking, that also affect the develop all over development of the students academia. Yes, and AI tools can generate entire essay, making the authorship ambiguous. Plagiarism and the representation. Yes, AI can paraphrase and summarize without proper citation. Yes, some AI tools generate content without the accurate sources, like say for example chat gpt. Yes, Priyanshi already discussed more about chat gpt. So if we can give a simple prompt to chat gpt that generate poem on this particular uh, uh, topic, then it can easily gives us poem or prose and whatever we want to generate. Yes, and if we can see that resources that it cannot be able to give, student may submit AI generated work as their own, violating academic honesty policies. Yes, equality and accessibility issues, that we also find that advanced AI tools often require paid subscription, giving privileged student an advantage, and free AI tools have limited features, creating disparities in academic performances. If we continue, then impact of learning and critical thinking, that we also find that how AI generated content may reduce the engagement with research and critical thinking processes. Yes, if we can see while our dissertation writing. Yes, that we downloaded a PDF. Yes, it is already authentic, and we gave to chat gpt that please summarize this. And if we thoroughly go with this article, with that article, then we come to know that sometimes the given prompt by chat gpt is mislead us. Yes, the some dialogues were not accurate also, that we find challenges in detection and assessment, that we also find that AI generated content is becoming harder to detect. Yes, And traditional plagiarism detection tools are not fully equipped to handle AI generated text. Ethical and intentional dilemmas that we also find. University must define academic integrity policies to address AI use. And many a time in our daily classroom too, we are doing the activity of how to give a prompt to ChatGPT. Yes, that ChatGPT, we have to form how to we have to learn how to form the ChatGPT, that whatever content we need, we have to give prompt. But while over reliance on these AI tools, that many a times we face that the students were not able to give proper prompt even to ChatGPT, that their critical thinking were totally lost, that they feel handicapped while that time. Yes, and the potential for bias in AI generated content. AI models may produce biases or inaccurate information also, and AI generated text may reflect social and cultural biases present in training data also. Yes, AI and plagiarism, that we can see that students may use AI tools like ChatGPT based on generators. Yes, word tune and copilot, Quillbot to paraphrase, summarize, and generate entire essays without proper attributions, and AI writing assistants rephrase existing content, making the plagiarism detection more difficult. Yes, some tools provide auto citations also, but these references are sometimes incorrect also, or not exist even. The challenges in plagiarism that we also find, that the plagiarism checker like Turnitin will not able to detect the AI generated content. Yes, and AI generated essay in a way often passes the plagiarism test. Yes, the institute must develop new AI detection strategies also, like from the very from this semester 4, that we are in a way just forming in this way, that our presentation must be checked by Bharat sir and all these things, that how uh, 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 far our sources were authentic or not, and all these things. Yes, if we can see that auto citation features by ChatGPT, then we come to know this website article that I have cited, that Johnson Emily, the future of technology tech today, 5th March 2020. Yes, and it is given the link. Yes, it is in already MLA 8 formation. The formation error is not we find here, but the when we click on this link, then we come to know that these tech today, the entire site is already there, but the what we can say, that the article itself is missing from this page. Yes, so it is in a way fake link that we also find, and the original resources are available, but the problem with authors information. Yeah, like in the second example, that the Smith John, the effect of quantum computing to on modern encryption. Yes, that we find here, when we I copied from here and Google search, then we come to know that the article is here, but the Smith John, the author is not available. So this kind of fake citation also in a way emerging in this citation and the AI era. Yes, that we also have to notice and cross check. How to maintain the academic integrity, ethical and academic integrity concerns, the rise of ghostwriting, as Jatin already mentioned in his presentation very well about ghostwriting, so I'm not going to discuss his challenges. The assessment of fairness. Over reliance on AI undermines the student learning critical thinking and creativity. Ethical dilemmas arises when students do not disclose AI assistance in academic work. Possible solution to AI related plagiarism. The transparent AI uses policy. Yes, improving AI literacy, AI awareness assessment models. Also, we find that we were now from by tomorrow only, we have this workshop on essay writing and many 3 semester we find that Yes. Last 3 semester, we find that we were scanning our own written answer, and we gave to ChatGPT and give a prompt that this is my handwritten answer, and give it to me in CEFR guidelines, and how beautifully the answer will give it to us. Yes, so this kind of awareness assessment model also that we have to use, and advanced detection tools that we also find that invest in AI detection software that differentiate human and AI generated writing. In conclusion, finally, as artificial intelligence continues to reshape academic research and writing, it is crucial to strike a balance between leveraging AI tools and upholding academic integrity. While AI offers efficiency and accessibility, its potential risks, such as fabricated citation, plagiarism, and diminished critical thinking, must be addressed through the ethical guidelines, transparency, and proper education and the responsible AI usage. Maintaining the academic integrity in the digital age requires collaborative efforts from the students, educators, and the institutions to ensure that technology enhances the scholarship without compromising ethical standards. The future of citation in academia will depend on how effectively we integrate AI while perceiving the fundamental values of honesty, originality, and intellectual rigors. Yes, learning outcome, if I can see throughout this presentation, I come to know about the role of citation in academic integrity. Yes, from since a very last day of our presentation, sir continuously mentioned that if you use someone's presentation as an idea only, then please do cite. Orally also you are mentioning them, but please do cite also. So this kind of academic in a way citations helps us to in a way maintain our moral ethics. Yes, analyze the impact of AI citation practices. Yes, recognize ethical and integrity concerns, evaluate the challenges in AI detection, explore best practices for ethical AI use, and reflect on the future academic integrity. Here are some references, and thank you. If you have any question, then feel free to ask.
So, Ria, my question is, how do AI generated summarize and paraphrases impact the depth of students' engagement with original texts?
Yes, Rahul bhai, my answer to you is when we gave a prompt to ChatGPT, at that time they also in a way it gives us the original line from the text. Say for example, I want to study only story. Yes, and I gave a prompt to them. Then it also provide me original lines from the text also. So if I am getting it easily, I am not supposed going to read entire text, but while cross checking it, I come to know that sometimes the AI generated original texts were fake also. The like it is not giving a proper citation to me also, and I cannot in a way while searching it on these ebooks with the keywords, like say for example, sir also taught us in the classroom that through the keywords we can go through the original lines, but the prompt that ChatGPT or something else it is giving to me, I'm not able to finding it. So sometimes AI generated or summarized a phrase in a way increase the in a way the curiosity of the student, that it is this quotation or given text, or we can say that the quotation is true or not. So this is how we can find this.
So, Ria, my question is, does over reliance on AI tools weaken students' ability to conduct independent research?
Yes,
I want to give this answer with the experience of my dissertation research writing. Yes, basically, my dissertation topic is on post cyber feminism. So, when I try to explore this through the research scholar and all the authentic resources, I come to know that very few articles and all the things were over there. So then I go to chat gpt and simply give the prompt. So while giving the prompt, I come to know that there are number of resources that they were giving to me. But when I click it on the link, that is either leads me to the movie review or game reviews article. It is not in a way reliable article also, and we cannot cite also them. And while uh, I over in a way reliance on these AI tools, that in a way after that I face personally that in a way this research writing in writing the research while literature review, I framing the literature review, it in a way hard for me if I don't use this kind of AI tool. So yeah, it is both the side. If it is helpful with academic purpose also, and the negative side also, that we both side we find that. So this is it. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My topic is understanding MLA, a comparison of a 7, 8 and 9th edition. These are my personal information. Hypothesis. The evolution of MLA citation guidelines from the 7th to the 9th edition reflects a shift towards a greater flexibility, clarity, and accessibility in academic writing, making research documentation more standardized and adaptable to digital sources. Research question. How have the changes in MLA citation guidelines from the 7th to the 9th edition improved accessibility, consistency, and ease of use in academic writing? What is citation? A citation is a reference to a source used in academic or research work, acknowledging the original author's contribution and enabling readers to locate the original source. Types of citation: in-text citation, which we do in the paragraph or any other original lines, references list or bibliography, which we use in the end of the work. Purpose of citation: there is a for avoid plagiarism, enhance credibility, guide readers, and engage in scholarly dialogue. Here are some citation style and common uses for it, like MLA. It uses for humanities, especially literature and language study. APA, social science such as psychology, sociology, and education. Chicago, history, business, and finance. There is also types of citation style like IEE, AMA, Harvard, and Bonnier. About MLA, Modern Language Association. The Modern Language Association was found in 1883 as an organization dedicated to the study and teaching of language and literature. It plays a crucial role in standardizing academic writing and citation methods, particularly in the humanities. The MLA style is the widely used format for writing and documenting research papers. It provides clear guidelines on structuring papers, citing sources, and formatting documents to ensure informity and credibility in scholarly work. ML style, which is a standardized format for citing sources in academic writing. Key features: parenthetical in-text citation, work cited, and emphasizing clarity, consistency, and accessibility. Major citation changes in MLA 7th, 8th, and 9th edition. The first one is citation structure. In the 7th edition, there is a difference rule for each source type. In that, we can see there is a different source like articles, books, and the
books, article, and other online sources. And in the later edition, 8 and 9, there is no any separate rules for like it is a universal core elements which applies in the old sources. Core elements, no standardized elements. And in the later editions, 8 and 9, in 8 introduced 9 core elements, and in the ninth edition there is a kept core elements with extra guidance. A medium of publication, in the seventh edition it was required, and in the eighth and ninth edition it was removed. Publisher information, it is required in the seventh edition, and in the both eighth and ninth edition it was removed. In-text citation, in the seventh edition there is a author's name plus page number, and in MLA 9 and 8, same as the 7th but more flexible. And in the latest edition of this is 9th, in which we can see in-text citation more clearly and for indirect sources. The title formatting is the same for the old. Here is the example of like in the 7th, 8th and 9th edition, we can see the city name in the 7th, and we can differentiate it in the 8th and later 9th latest edition. Here is a formatting and structural changes in the 7th, 8th and 9th edition. As we can say, our abbreviations like used P for page and VOL for volume inconsistently. In the 8th edition, we can standardize P for pages and VOL for volume. And then there is no major change in the edition of 8th and 9th. Citing journals like volume, issues, and year required. In the 8th and 9th edition, there is a VOL volume and number before numbers. Tables and figures, like in the 7th edition, there is a numbered as a table 1 and a figure 1. And in the 8th edition, it is a simplified formatting. And in the 9th edition, it expanded guidance for captions. Annotated bibliographies. In the 7th edition, it is a basic guidelines provided. In the 8th edition, it is a more emphasizing on evaluating sources. And the 9th edition, it has not much change through the 8th edition. Here is an example of it, like in the MLA 7th edition, inconsistent formatting for page numbers, journal citations, lake, volume, and number, underlying use for books, titles, and handwritten work. And we can see the difference between the MLA 7, 8, and 9th editions. Here is a change in online and digital sources in citations. A URL in the 7th edition, it was optional, but in the later edition, 8 and 9, it was required. A DOI format, in the 7th edition, it was not required, but in the 8th edition, it recommended as a DOI dot format. And in the 9th edition, it has a more like https doi.org. In the ebook citation, it required device type. And in the 8th edition, we can see it removed device type and cite like printed books. And the website citation like required access date. And the MLA edition like access date optional unless source is unstable. In the 9th edition, we can see access date is still optional but recommended. In omitting publisher name, in the 7th edition, it is always required. And in the 8th and 9th edition, omitted for periodicals and websites. And in the 9th edition, it is. Here we can see the example of 7th, 8th, and 9th editions. In which the 7th edition, the link is not required. And in the 8th and the 9th edition, the link is required. Conclusion, the evolution of MLA citation from 7th to the 9th edition reflects a shift towards a greater simplicity, consistency, and adaptability in academic writing. The 7th edition follows rigid, source-specific rules, while the 8th edition introduced a universal citation format based on the core elements. The 9th citation retained this structure, but added further clarification and examples to enhance usability. These changes have made MLA citation more flexible, accessible, and suited for digital sources, ensuring that researchers can
cite effectively across different formats. Ultimately, MLS progression highlights the need of citation standards to evolve with modern research practices while maintaining academic integrity. These are my references. Thank you. Now, if you have any question, you can ask me.
So, Trupti, my question is, why did MLA move from strict formatting in the 7th edition to a more flexible structure in the 8th and 9th edition?
As we can see, the 7th edition has a separate citation format for different sources. Just like book has a different format for citing, articles has a different pattern for citing, and in the later edition we can see the 8th and 9th edition, the citation is used as a universal format. Like we do not have to change a format for the different sources. And it also focuses on author and the book and the article, we can say anything work, rather than the just memorizing the different rules for the different sources.
Trupti, my question to you is: do you think MLA will create a separate citation format for AI generated content like ChatGPT and all?
For now, the MLA is not giving a separate citation format for AI generated content, but MLA has provided guidelines for citing AI tools. Like if we are using ChatGPT or any other AI tools for our work, we have to we questions the chat gpt or any other tools, and it gives a response, and we use that response in our work, that we have to cite that this response is from AI, and that's why we have to do, as a MLI guidelines we have to follow, and that we have to give credit to AI tools like chat gpt and whichever tool we use in our work. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, very good evening. I'm Unnati Barolia, and today I'll be dealing with the topic hyperlinking versus traditional citation, the future of digital reference. So, this is my personal information, research questions, and hypothesis. In which research question is like, can hyperlinking effectively replace traditional citation in academic referencing, or is a hybrid approach to the future of digital citation? And hypothesis like, while hyperlinking provides instant access to digital sources, it cannot fully replace traditional citation due to issues like link rot, evolving content, and lack of academic standardization. However, a hybrid approach combining traditional citations for credibility and hyperlinks for accessibility could be the most effective and reliable method for future academic referencing. This ensures both long-term stability and ease of access in scholarly research. Yes, my table of content and introduction. Like traditional citation styles such as MLA, APA, and Chicago provide structured guidelines for referencing sources, helping scholars acknowledge previous research and avoid plagiarism. Over time, academic citations has evolved, shifting from print-based sources, books, journals, to digital materials, that is, website, online articles, database, bases, etc. The increasing reliance on Online content has lead to challenges such as link road, that is the dead URLs, and evolving web pages and difficulties in archiving sources. This transformation has sparked on ongoing debate on whether hyperlinks can replace traditional citations. However, critics emphasize that formal citation styles uphold academic integrity, stability, and longevity. Understanding this debate is crucial as it impacts how knowledge is documented and preserved in a digital era. Yes, traditional citation strengths and limitations. Looking at the strengths, citation give credit to original authors and acknowledge their contributions. They help avoid plagiarism, which is a serious ethical issue in academia. Readers can trace back to the original work and check the accuracy of the information. This is important for building trust and supporting argument with the evidence. Citations help authors gain recognition for their research. Looking at the limitations, each citation style has strict rules that can be difficult to remember and apply correctly. Minor mistakes like punctuation errors can lower the quality of academic writings. Traditional citation styles were developed before the internet era and struggle to handle online sources effectively. Some digital content changes over time, example Wikipedia pages, blog posts, and makes it hard to cite accurately. Formatting citations manually takes a lot of time, especially for long research papers. We can see that how over a time the links are getting dead. If we'll go to the same page, it's like the page not found on the website if we'll go. Yes. So moving further, hyperlinking in digital referencing. Google Book and hyperlinks in digital research. Google Books integrates hyperlinking by providing direct links to booksellers and libraries where digitalized books can be accessed. It discusses how Google Scholars rank search results based on citation counts, mimicking traditional academic referencing. And then that challenges and legal issues of hyperlinking in digital referencing. Copyright issues arise when digital platforms like Google Book hyperlink to copyrighted materials without permission. The document highlights objections from copyright owners and legal battles over digitization and hyperlinking in scholarly communication. Okay, so the next one is the debate: can hyperlink replace traditional citations? Okay, so the power structure between hyperlinks and traditional citations, it highlights the political and economic power behind linking, where major online platforms control visibility through search engines, ranking, and algorithms. This means hyperlinks aren't neutral. They have been manipulated for visibility, whereas traditional citations are curated within academic structures to maintain credibility. Second one, next is hyperlinks and digital misinformation. Hyperlinks make information easier to access, but also blur authority and credibility. Unlike citations in book or journals, hyperlinks can lead to misinformation, biased sources, or broken links over time. This makes formal academic citations more reliable for long-term knowledge preservation. And then the third one is the internet's role in reinforcing echo chambers. Like it discuss how hyperlinks influences the way people consume and share information, sometimes leading to social polarization. Traditional citations force scholars to engage with diverse perspectives, while hyperlinks, that is often reinforce biases by linking only to link-minded sources. Next, the question arises that the future hybrid system, like it suggests that a hybrid system, that is the citation, includes both traditional formats and stable digital links, might be the best way way forward. However, the challenge remains in ensuring permanent access to digital references as link road continues to be an issue. Future trends in academic citations, like psychological and social factors affect academic performance research. Like the document highlights that psychological factors, that is motivation, stress, and are becoming more central to research. Like this means future academic studies will focus more on human elements rather than just cognitive abilities. Like I'm the only one who's taken the dissertation which deals with this such psychological studies like trauma, memory, and also we can see over here also that and next is the shift from print to digital citation systems. Academic databases, that is Web of Science, Google Scholars, are dominating citation tracking. Journals are relying more on online visibility, open access publishing to gain more citations. The USA, Spain, and the UK, other countries, the most cited academic works are the ones. And research in China and other developing countries is growing, especially in the mental health and education. So, yes, moving to the conclusion, the debate between the hyperlinking and the traditional citation reflects the evolving nature of academic referencing in the digital age. While traditional citations method provide credibility, consistency, and long-term stability, they struggle to adapt to the dynamic nature of online content. Conversely, hyperlinking enhances accessibility and allow the real-time engagement with digital sources, but it faces challenges like link rot and lack of standardization as academic institutions and citation guidelines continue to evolve. Striking a balance between stability and digital efficiency will be key to the future of scholarly referencing. The shift will not only enhance research accessibility but also ensures the prevention and credibility of academic knowledge in the digital era. My learning outcome: understanding the importance of citations from the yesterday's remarks. And yes, okay. I also face what we can say like in my dissertation also, that how the links are getting like this not available after we access it for some, like I have cited that for 4 or 5 days ago, and then if we'll go to that site, that is not working. So might be such a mis guidance can lead us to the struggle. Yes, these are my references, and thank you. Now I'm open for questions.
Unnati, my question is, what is the challenge of citing digital sources using traditional citation style?
Okay, challenges. Okay, for citing digital sources, citation style. Yes, while talking about the traditional citation, we have to take a very good care about the author's name, first name, last name, date, and all the publication years and all. And digital sources also, also in this, we also add the hyperlinks. So for the easy accessibility. So yes, might face challenge in that case.
Yes, Unnati, my question to you is what is hyperlink based references and how might it impact on citation styles?
Yes, hyperlink based references are the ones which we put the URLs, and that impact the citation styles. Like as I mentioned, for easy accessibility and to reach to the directly, we can reach to the particular article or the author or its work. So yes, this is from my side. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the last presentation. A few observations I have made in the morning. So you can watch the last part, last 10 minutes of morning's session. So we don't repeat that part, but something important you will get from that. About the citation, I told that you have to cite, so you are citing previous students' work. Asha, Divya, we told even in case of Jatin, and we have seen that. So, but as we told you that don't forget that quality work is to be cited, and students' works or still junior people's work should be avoided so far as it is avoidable. If it is out of the class, it is wonderful work. really done by them, and then if it is used, it is well and good. Otherwise, go for the quality work. When you get, because research methodology is such a topic, lots of material is available. So you get ready-made, well-prepared PPT from ChatGPT or any generative AI, as many of you have used the content. But as remember, you have to try everything. Before you come for the presentation, try everything, see what is working, what is not working, what you understand, what you don't understand. Whatever you don't understand, don't put it on your slides. Otherwise, if somebody will counter argue, somebody will question you, you won't be able to answer them. And then you will be caught that you have done a theft. And you are making a presentation that one should not do a theft. And in that also you have done a theft. એ કહેવા માટે જ કે લોકોએ ચોરી ન કરવી જોઈએ, એ જ ચોરીને લીધું છે. એવું થશે પછી. So it will be meaningless work also. Zotero, Mandley, Jai Marunia and Jai Solanki referred to. So have you tried this Zotero, Mandley in any ways, laptop or the thing? Because these are also referencing tools, but how does it work? So many referencing such tools were found in many of the presentations, but you have to try that. If without trying, if you put there and somebody will tell that, okay, open Zotero and tell me how it works. And we don't know what is Zotero, what is Mendeley. So whatever result you get, you will get a very good result, but you have to try everything. Otherwise, if counter question comes, you will be caught, and then it will be difficult to defend yourself that what you are making as a presentation. Actually, this is what you are not supposed to do in research methodology. And this, if you will carry on with PhD work, or when you go to other institute after your masters, they will blame us that we are not teaching you right thing, how to use technology, how to use that we are not teaching you. That is what they will think, and they will easily conclude that the young generation people are dumb people. The brain rot is happening a lot, and they are not applying their brains into what they are doing. Forget about what others are doing. They are not even applying brains into what they are doing. They are just picking up the things, putting on the slide and talking, reading like a robot is reading the things. So that should not happen. You have to be very careful about this, what you are ascertain about, you have verified, then only you have to do. Don't forget the lesson that we have taught time and again. Khed khatri ne khanjwar, jate j karvi. Always question, always test, always examine, and then only believe into it. Readily things will come, but you have to examine, test, you have to try it out, then only you have to believe in those things. Okay, so we'll be meeting on 21st for our dissertation final thing. Before that, you will have a couple of sessions with Megha Madam and Prakruti Madam regarding other things also. Okay, we end the session here.